I had it one day where I woke up and all the stories of my life, all the stories I've always wanted to write, wanted to be written finally. And then they started to come out. And then that is what I've started to do. And I'm writing them and I'm creating them. And welcome to the Road to the Wardens of the Dawn vlog series. My name is William Rumley Van Gerp, and I'm taking you on this journey with you. And I hope that you enjoy it. And at the end, we'll have some published books. This first slide is talking about the first book, Revolt on Prime, which most of this series has already been dealing with. There we go. And my premise of this book is it's Earth. It's the first book and it's introducing the grander scheme of all these wardens and agents of dark and everything. And so here in this, I have the Neclidians have taken over one of the dome cities, and I have a picture of Everett um, as he's just received his superpowers. Now we move over to this slide. This is the second book, The Return of the Kaldar. At this moment, I got half of it written, but the stories are alive and well. In the middle, you see the Kaldar approaching his people, and the world is a radiation world, green in tint, and they survive absorbing the radiation, living the radiation, and using the radiation for all their work and pleasure. Now the Kaldor has been lost, and so the agents of the dark sent the Gunwraith after him. So that's the Gunwraith you see on the left. And the Gunwraith has a special way of traveling around. A ghostly, flaming skyship. The third book was going to be called The Song of Suffering. That's the working title at this point. And the idea is it's the world of the giants. This is not quite a representation of what I envision of the giants, but it's scary enough for this vlog. And the cylinder is supposed to be that the world of the giants has been flattened and turned into a cylinder, the ocean gravitationally locked in the center, and the giants are dealing with the cylinder. And the evil forces are here to try to take over the giants, try to control the cylinder, and using extreme powers to turn the cylinder into a weapon. One of the adversaries in the Song of Suffering is the mason or the choir mistress, and thus you see the Song of Suffering is her song. This will be an interesting book to write. It's still on the drawing pages, but it will be fun to watch and read and write. The third book will be a standalone book, and it will be The Transcender's Way. And in it, there'll be 4 worlds, 4 races that have to be dealt with. Nyclidian's home world will be one of those. But here we also see the home worlds of 2 other races. Here on the left is the blue guy with 4 legs staring at the entrance and exit to his home. They all live in caves, um, and they are inside of a black hole. Not any black hole, but a special one. And on the right, we have the desert folk, the hydroclids living on Aquarius. And Aquarius is a desert world covered in a sandstorm high up in the atmosphere. And they have the power to change into sandstorms and to manipulate and control their chemical makeup. And they can make anything when they're in their sandstorm state. And of course, the adversaries of both of these, the black hole itself is alive and well. And then we bring in a gunslinger into the sandstorm world. And he's the one that's keeping them, controlling them, and enslaving them. Enslavement is a very powerful word, but That's why we have the transcenders. And they're an alien race, which they live in their little cradle, and then they can project into the physical world manifestations of their ideal selves. But at the same time, they have two brains, and they also control the dreaming world where their enslaved people live. And so in the dreaming, they are the gods, and in the real world, they are close to gods. And all the time, just a little evil guy in his cradle. Welcome to the Transcenders. And of course, we have to deal with the Nyclidians' home world, which the Transcenders have turned into their own, and that is all going to be dealt with in the Transcenders Way, Book 4. This is what my master plan. There will also be a series following this that will be a bit different, but these 7 worlds, these 7 alien races, and these 7 groups of stories will all be part of the Wardens of the Dawn series and the Transcenders Way standalone book. If you just wait a minute, I will come back and I will give you an update on where we are with the production. So I just wanted to give you a nice update where we are with the book. I'm at 53,000 words. Part 3 is the Revolt on Crime, and I'm reorganizing it with the input that I got from my beta reader, and I'm adding into it new characters and new chapters. That way that when you read the Revolt, you get the human perspective and you get the Nyclidian perspective. So you see the opposing forces dealing with the successes and their losses as they go through. The Revolt is 7 days long, and that's what I'm in the middle of. I just wrote chapter 23. So we're going there and we're getting there. I've got a note from my editor that she will start editing the material that I've given to her sometime in August. Also, I got a note from my artist. He's back from vacation. He's got about a week of other things he's working on, and then he will start working on the cover again. And hopefully soon we should start to see some um, film of him doing that painting. It probably first will come up on his Instagram page, and then I'll share it here in the video. That's where we are, and that's what we are dealing with here. And I'm not giving up. It's still my passion, and I hope that you share this passion with me. Thank you, and see you next week. Vlog out.